What is going on, YouTube? I'm back. It's your boy C Boogie. Welcome to another episode of Boogie-Ball. Thoughts and reactions from yours truly, C Boogie. If you're new, drop a sub. I'd really appreciate it. Some likes, some comments if you guys are liking this. It's episode 4 now. I'm hoping to do more of these. It's almost the summertime, really, in terms of, everybody's out of school and all that. So let me know what y'all think. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. We've been doing the finals as our first little series. Again, there will be a playlist. And this game, like every other game, played like a series within itself. Each game has represented what I feel a series has shown for these teams. So this was another interesting one. I have a lot to say about this one. But before we get into it, drop some follows on my Twitch channel, CBoogie13. Same thing. You'll see the logo. The logo is consistent. Shout out to Mama Boogie for that, because Mama Boogie made a dream turn into a reality. I gave her an idea and she ran with it. So you gotta give it up to the GOAT. So yeah, without any further ado, man, let's just jump straight into it. I don't want to waste a lot of time. I appreciate y'all for watching. Drop some comments and some likes. Let me know what y'all think. If you want me to do a specific game, past or present. And by present, I mean currently, old playoff games from this playoffs or last playoffs. Let me know. Let's get into it, because I got a lot to say about this one. Game 4, here we go.
2 against the Boston Celtics, and now game 3 against the Nuggets.
Crowd was loud, which was good.
Porter with 2 to shoot, drives in. Porter with the layup.
This man Porter could not buy him a bucket. That's what you got. You got to attack him. You got to attack Jokic. But Jokic can attack you. That's easy. Again, much bigger team. Much bigger team. Good shot. That's a great shot. Again, very unselfish. Just find an open man. Great pass. That was a great find, though. More screen and roll action between Jokic and Murray. Tough shot. He's too good. No, he's good, man. He's good. Those are the shots you gotta shoot. You gotta the drop. There you go. The drop coverage again. We've been talking about it. The drop coverage. I will say this first quarter, they let him play. They definitely let him play. I thought they'd let him play majority of the game, but these refs let him play, man. Good shot. You can see the game was really close, 18-11. Jokic actually hurt his ankle in the first quarter, but it didn't bother him all that much. At least I don't think it did. Give me 3. He didn't call bank. It don't matter, though. They'll take it. Jimmy out at the buzzer? At the buzzer. 3-ball.
Lowry now pushing the pace. Couple of head fakes.
Yeah, just go up. That's a good. That's a tough. See, that is a tough look, though. That is a tough look, because you're fading away a little. That's also a tough shot. That's also a tough shot.
Keeping the ball out of the paint and on the shot.
What do you do with that? Like, what are you gonna do?
Jokic from way downtown. Butler, great defense, forcing Murray to pass. He's really putting pressure on Jamal Murray. He's 2 for 5 so far.
Great pass. That's a good feed. And honestly, that is a momentum booster for Porter. I know it's a layup and he hasn't been making jumpers, but as a scorer, as a shooter, you want those. Great play. Great seal off by Jimmy.
Another excellent feed by Adebayo.
Damn. That is easy for him, though.
That was not an easy pass, an easy catch. Gordon tells him to go through. He's got Vincent on him. Gets inside.
Tough.
Robinson up top to Lowry.
What is this? What is this closed captioning? We don't need that. Oh, we got closed captioning in the top left corner. Great pass. And Caleb's always finding ways to fly, so great. But again, you have to be able to make that pass. You have to be able to make that. So got to give him credit on that. Hey.
A quick leap in the air, and Bam Adebayo makes it a 7-point game. Murray off balance, comes up short, well defended by Adebayo. Here comes Lowry.
You gotta run.
Inside to Bam.
That's a Bam jam.
Butler trying to get free. Good ball denial from Gordon.
So the half is over. I'm pretty sure Miami was down 4 at half.
Leans in, jump shot, it's good.
Put his body into him. Usually they call that.
His third foul. Porter back up top to Jokic. Jokic head down, drives.
Good pass.
Porter for the slam.
Oh, you would think that Jokic would put that up. Nah, he's just unselfish.
The fake, the drive, the left-handed shot is good.
Wow. They're letting him play. They let him play. They really did.
Slowing down Jamal Murray after his explosion the other night.
That's just lazy defense. That's just lazy. That's great passing. It's just lazy defense. You got to take advantage of it, really. You got to take advantage when the defense wants to sleep. Okay, Love. That is a... Kevin needs to take more.
That's where the game will change for them. Yeah, they started really well.
Can't do much about it.
Because Jokic gets a clean look, nails it. Jokic coming alive now. Lowry to Love. Love tries another three-pointer.
It could be. That could have been a foul. It could have been.
Kevin Love makes it a 6-point game.
Could have been a foul call.
Murray gets it back. Double team. Jokic goal. Murray gets it. Back double team. Jokic all the time in the world. Answers with another three. That's
really?
Three-pointer.
All the time in the world. Oh, really?
Chasing him. So
and there goes Gabe on Jokic again. And then that's it.
Aaron Gordon again moving without the ball.
More two-man game for the Nuggets with Jokic and Murray.
Murray shot is good.
That's...
Lowry gets
Can't do much about that.
Poked away by Jokic. Back up top to Love. Off the bounce. Gets in the lane. Scoop layup is good. And a foul. Kevin Love
Putting the ball on the floor? What? Outlet passer turned. Let's go Duncan. They got to play Duncan more too.
Is extended and it's been really, really impactful.
Murray trying to get on track. Bruce Brown launches a three. That's good. Bruce Brown double figures with 10 points off the bench.
You mentioned earlier.
Bruce has been playing well too. Great pass.
Beautiful pass from Adebayo, and Butler able to finish it.
Duncan Robinson defensively.
Hand off to Brown.
Wide open.
Is the other Brown, Christian Brown.
Oh, and there goes Aaron Gordon with the follow. That's just great hustle.
Caleb Martin catch, shoot, score. Three-pointer for Martin. No
That's
hesitation.
good. No hesitation. Most of the time, good shot. And why? And Aaron Gordon, great passing, unselfish, and just great looks.
Robinson on Murray, 4 to shoot. Murray gets away, kicks it out. Gordon, corner three, puts it in. Aaron Gordon with a three-pointer. Christian Brown the rejection. Duncan Robinson.
Everything runs on Duncan.
Hits a three.
They got to play this man more. They have to play this man more.
Inspire their team to even up this finals.
Damn, that's a tough turnover. Way to make up for it. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Get it back. Crowd is still into it though.
Butler calling for it. Goes right at Murray. Foul. Count and one.
And in my opinion, I agree with Michael Malone. I'm not bringing him in right now because of the pressure.
See, look.
Bam puts on him.
Wide open.
Jamal Murray with a huge three-pointer. Butler again calling for it. Bruce Brown guarding him. Gordon looking to help. Butler backs in, leans in. Baseline jumper.
Very patient jumper from Jimmy. But Jimmy needs to be on attack mode early. We don't need this attack mode from Jimmy for one quarter. You know what I mean?
Head fake. Layup is good. Aaron Gordon, so many big buckets. Butler, jumper.
See, I'm okay if he misses shots like that.
Tips it back out, Martin. Up top, Robinson chased off the three-point lane. The
Floater.
run's up and good.
With his finishing game off the dribble.
What? Well, again, why? That's such a good shot. These dudes are so unselfish. That's a big bucket. It really is. It really is.
Butler against Caldwell Pope. Stripped by Caldwell Pope. Butler gets it back. Caldwell
Great
Pope
defense.
knocks it loose. Here comes Gordon to Murray. Inside. Bruce Brown lays it up and in. And it's a 9-point lead.
Right back to a 9-point lead.
Jokic makes him think twice. Robinson has it
Again,
now.
Miami was down, what, 5 at half?
Robinson off the bounce, gets inside,
4 at half?
puts it up and in. Duncan Robinson
And then they just extended, but then every time the Heat go on a run, Denver goes on a run, which is similar to what we've been doing, you know. Miami's been doing that all playoff. Whenever guys go on a run, they go on. They find a way to stay in it with a little run of their own. Denver just does it better and at the right times.
What a performance from Brown here in the biggest game of his life. Adebayo lost the handle. Jokic was right there. Here comes Gordon. Gordon to Caldwell Pope.
Wide open.
Pope, three-pointer. Bang! From Tavius Caldwell Pope. Nails the three, and it's a 14-point lead.
They're so unselfish. And guys are all stepping up. And then you have Bruce Brown doing this. I'm not mad at that, bro. Like, he's in his bag, you know?
The Denver Nuggets are one win away from their first ever NBA title.
And you heard it from the man himself, Mike Breen. That's game. Denver goes up 3-1 back to Denver on Monday. Miami's backs against the wall. So I'll say that for now. But let's go through the stats like we usually do. Let's go to the team stats first because that's the important thing. Okay. See, I didn't even realize this. 49% from the field to 44%. Not too bad. Denver shooting 14 for 20 from the three. That'll do it. 32% for Miami for 25. Free throws, not bad. 21 to 20. Cool. Rebounding, believe it or not, I thought the rebounding was a lot better for Miami, which kept them in the game. There's something that kind of took them out the game, though. 26 to 23 assists, 11 steals. You guys know where I'm going with this, so you don't even know. 2. 7 blocks to 3. Total turnovers, 15 to 8. Miami had 4 turnovers last game and found a way to lose. They had 15 with Denver's 11 steals. That means Denver was in the passing lanes at all time extremely active, which was a lot different from how Miami won game 2 where guys weren't necessarily going after it. Denver in this game went after it. Points in the paint, very similar. And the crazy thing is that even though Miami had more turnovers, they had more points off of Denver's turnovers, which is weird. You wouldn't think that with the fact that they had 15 and 11 steals, but yet the points off of turnovers, they only had 8 with the 15. But again, you turn over the ball, you kind of suck the life out of your own team, especially in key moments that you want it, you know? So, yeah, at halftime, it was 55-51. It was a 4-point game. And Denver in that third quarter, we've been talking about it, quarters. It was close in the first. Denver won the second quarter. They won the third quarter, and then it was tied in the fourth. But this third quarter right here, this 31 to 22 right here, it was off of turnovers. It was off of defensive mismatches again, laziness. There were a lot of holes. Guys would get a little lazy. More so defensively, it was a mishap on Miami's part where Denver, even them not shooting the ball too well in that first quarter, because both teams didn't really shoot too well in the first, they got it going, including one man that I will bring up because you got to give him credit. Fouls, same, largest lead, 17. So just off of the stats alone, they shot better. they were in the passing lane, so they had just had simply more momentum, and even though they had less points off of turnovers, they were able to control the game. When you get a turnover or steal, you're controlling possession of part of the game, and that's important for your team. You could set up something, not necessarily have to be fast break points or anything like that, but to have only 8 off the 15, I mean, you'd think that the outcome would be a little different. It's not. So to the box score, you got to give it up, and this is the MVP of the night, because the Denver team is like we've been talking about. They're so talented. Guys play the role, and they do it well. Aaron Gordon is the MVP of Game 4. Without a shadow of a doubt, he was getting everything he wanted, including 3 for 4 from the 3, which, we know Aaron Gordon is more of like a, get to the basket type of guy. He's one of the high flyers in the league. But he went 3 for 4. The rim must have looked like the ocean. Even as like in general, you make a layup, you make a free throw, a jump hook, that's gonna open up the rim. Just off of the eye test, it's just gonna the rim's gonna open up. So that's probably what he was seeing. Michael Porter, 11 points, 4 for 10, but again he plus 13. Again, Michael Porter hasn't had the greatest series in the world, but he's taking great shots. All you can do as a basketball player is take good shots, take great shots. Some of them just aren't falling. That's going to happen. But he's still, there was a little different. Whenever he'd have Jimmy Butler on him, he would play exceptional defense. He would force Jimmy Butler to pass the ball. And then Jimmy would get it back. They'd set a screen, and Porter's still on him. So you got it. Again, guys aren't feeling sorry for themselves like Malone said. And we can go back and watch that interview from Game 2. He said guys were feeling sorry for themselves. Defensively, we weren't there because guys were missing shots and they weren't making it up. Michael made it up. He was stopping Jimmy Butler. Jokic, not much needs to be said here. 23, 10, and 23, 12, and 4. Wow, 4 assists, and you'd think differently. 3 blocks and 3 steals. Okay, so he just padded the stat sheet. That's cool. We expected that. Jamal Murray, 15 and 12, but he only shot 5 for 17. That's another big thing. Their guys shot. I mean, Jokic shot pretty good. Jamal shot 5 for 17, and Denver still won by 13 points. Definitely not a great sign, but again, like we always say, like I've said, it doesn't always come down to scoring. He had 15 points, but he had 12 assists. He got guys open. He probably got a better shot from his thought of good shot at times. And again, he was still taking most of the shots he was taking good looks that that he usually makes, but he ain't going. Not a big deal. Bruce Brown, 21. I didn't even know he had 21. That was the loudest 21 points. I thought he had like 15. And again, I don't look necessarily at the box score until we do this, but 21 for Bruce Brown, 8 for 11. Yeah, they were just getting everything they wanted. Jeff Green made a big 3 in the end of that fourth. But you got to give credit to Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon, he was a tone setter. He was the tone setter of Game 4. Miami, 12 points from Lowry, 4 rebounds, 4 for 6. Jimmy went 9 for 17, which isn't terrible. But you can tell defensively he even became a little lax. He had 25, 7, and 7, which is normal. But what Jimmy Butler has proven to the whole league is that sometimes he tends to play not normal, Bam still, I'm really enjoying how Bam's played this series. He should be, the way he's playing is exactly how I expected him to come out and play. He's playing with confidence. He had 7 turnovers. This right here is big, and some of them came at a time where we kind of had momentum. But again, he's young, and some of the greats went through these kind of troubling pains and big spots or big series early in their career where they had to kind of learn. But it wasn't like Bam wasn't trying to make a play. So, like for me as a coach, it's like a pick your poison. Like you want to be mad, but you can't be mad because Bam in those 7, it looked like a couple of them were careless. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it, but a couple of them he tried to make a play, it didn't work out. Sometimes you kind of just keep it moving, but not too bad. Gabe's 1 for 6. which is tough. Max 0 for 4. I don't know. These two, I'll be honest, Gabe and Max have disappeared. I gotta, you gotta give credit to Denver's defense because that could definitely play a part in it because you got guys that go after. Because Christian Brown, yeah, he only scored a point, but defensively he was there. Again, not a lot of stuff defensively shows up in the box score. Duncan Robinson's been playing well. I can't say that enough. Highsmith needs to play it. Okay, I don't know what needs to be done for Spoelstra to get this. Highsmith needs to play. I don't understand what's going on. This dude didn't play a minute. We need to get that going. Caleb Martin, 33 minutes, 5 for 12. It's gonna happen. But Caleb Martin brings a certain motor to the team. I said Lowry. I meant to say Kevin Love. I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong. I saw L. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Yeah, Kevin Love. Sorry, Kevin Love had 12 and 4, and he actually those 3 threes were in the third quarter, which Miami started to make a run, but Denver was answering the call. Lowry had 13 and 7, which was good. Can't complain about that with 33 minutes. Yeah, you'd want to score more, or assist more, but again, Lowry's more of a. You can tell his role on the court is to be the leader, the facilitator. And he took pretty solid looks, if you ask me. But yeah, Martin needs to continue to play. I mean, he's not making shots. That's gonna happen. I don't really care about that. But Hayward Highsmith, this dude needs to play. 0 minutes. And there's no excuse of like, oh, he doesn't know how to play in the finals or he doesn't have the experience. He went into Boston. How many times I gotta say he went to Boston, hostile territory, Game 7, win or go home, and he did his thing. And if that was an indication of Game 1 in the finals, he brings a certain motor. There's a couple of guys that bring a certain motor right now. Sometimes you have to go to the guys that have that extra step, that motor. So you gotta get him to play. So that's pretty much it for Game 4. As always, my end remarks here. If you're a Denver fan, you got to love the level of urgency that Denver is playing with regardless of where they are. They're very unselfish. I saw a lot of comments on the highlights video that we saw. Very unselfish, very complete. And Aaron Gordon, perfect example, 27 points, game high. Some guys set a tone certain nights, and that was no different. Answering the call when there's a run, Denver finds a way to halt the momentum, which I noticed it. I'm just like, Miami can't get a stop because Denver's always answering the call. So you gotta be if I'm a Denver fan, you gotta be extremely confident going back home to close out the series. That's just me. And again, I am a Heat fan, but let's just be honest. Denver's only lost 1 game in the playoffs at home, and of course it came to Miami, but they're just a tough team to beat on any given night, and you got to give them credit for it. They're bigger, they're more complete, and it's showing, and we've been talking about that every episode. So you got to tip the cap to them. If I had a cap on, I tip it. It's that simple. If I'm a Heat fan, me personally, this was probably the most frustrating loss to swallow, only because this was definitely a winnable game, and you can tell that guys started to take their foot off the gas in terms of urgency. Denver played with that urgency that Miami wasn't. You can tell even Jimmy was either forcing shots or wasn't making usual Jimmy Butler reads on defense. But that goes for everybody. Everybody was taking shots that necessarily weren't necessarily bad, but rushed, which I hope that makes sense. The first quarter was back and forth. Nobody was really scoring all that much. The second quarter, it was Aaron Gordon's quarter, pretty much. If I'm not mistaken, Aaron Gordon set a big tone for himself and the team in that second. Miami was able to fight him off, and then the third quarter, Aaron Gordon continued to do it, and then Jokic started to get going, and then everyone else started to get going, and then Bruce Brown came in the fourth, and They were able to answer every run Miami was giving. So as a Heat fan, you're down 3-1. A lot of people have only seen this once in the history of basketball. Can it be done? Anybody who knows Heat culture, this would probably be the only way that this season could have gone, considering everything that the Heat as a team have gone through this whole season, including the regular season. It's okay to feel frustrated because it was a frustrating loss, not being able to at least win one on your home court. But the positive is this is the first of 4. No one has won 4 yet. You got to take it one game, one possession, 1 quarter, 1 second at a time, which is what all the Heat guys said. Coach Spo said it. But you got to play with more urgency. There's no guarantee that we play past Game 5. You know what I mean? Like Denver, Miami, there's no guarantee that Game 5 is, just another game in the series. This is, you want to talk about urgency, you have to now do that. But you got to give credit to Denver's offense for holding it down and the defense for making up for it when shots aren't falling. It's just that simple. So we're going to see. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how this Game 5 goes. But again, continue to give credit to Denver for just being the most complete team in the playoffs from start to finish. I'm not saying Miami's not a complete team. I'm not saying that. I think that Denver's just more complete. Guys aren't hitting shots, but Denver's guys are doing a little bit of everything to make sure that they get a win. Because this man, Bruce Brown, wasn't scoring no 21 points last game. Christian Brown was the one that had 15. So you can tell that the roles and the responsibilities for guys vary upon each game, which that shows signs of a complete team. Someone else is stepping up on any given night. So I hope y'all enjoyed Episode 4 of Boogie-Ball. The views have been through the roof through these first 3, now 4 videos, hopefully. So if you see it, man, share with people. Tell them to drop some comments and some subs. Let me know what y'all think, because I want to do this over the summer continuously. I'm having a lot of fun, actually, giving my thoughts on not just, how I look at things as a Heat fan, but just basketball fan in general. Because these playoffs have been extremely interesting. It's been crazy to see this underdog run that Miami's going on, and this little dominant yet underlooked run by Denver, because a lot of people are still on the fence about this team, and if they aren't, then it took them way too long, because this team has been good for a while. It's just circumstances didn't fall out their way. So we'll see what happens in Game 5 in Denver. It's going to take a lot. As a Denver fan, you should feel confident. As a Heat fan, if there's any time for Heat culture, now is that. But only time will tell. So as always, man, have no fear. Boogie-Ball is here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see y'all back on Tuesday after Game 5. Either the series extends or we got ourselves NBA champs. We about to find out. So I'm out. I appreciate y'all. And until Game 5, peace.